In 3 weeks, we built, rehearsed, and created a production of Mamma Mia using students in the cast, in the pit orchestra, in the technical crew, and in the front of house staff from all across the district, and created something that we haven't done before and something that no one school, I think, could do to showcase the talents of our students district-wide.
So I'll go back all the way to the auditions. When at first we were, not sure if we would have enough people audition. And I heard those kids sing, and then at the callbacks, they learned this dance, and in 2 minutes, it was amazing. I was like, oh wow, this is gonna be an amazing show.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this started. That first day was just a buzz. I think everyone involved, the students and the teachers, were all feeling the same thing that I was feeling, which is, we're doing this. We're actually diving in the deep end and doing this. And at that point, there was nothing on the stage. We hadn't rehearsed anything. We had trusted that the students had done some of their homework to learn their lines and learn their songs. But we were starting with nothing.
During the first day is when we finally started talking to each other, and we were like, okay, these people are like this is who we vibe with.
People.
Yeah.
Getting there in the space and in the room with the kids, finally, it just felt like a relief. Now we're here, let's do it. And that excitement was in every kid. From the seniors who had done a lot of work, we had some graduates who were working on the technical crew, but we had some rising 9th graders. So this was their first high school experience.
I feel like by even the 4th day, everyone had already become friends a little bit.
I think the collaboration piece took care of itself. I think the other thing that we knew about all of the students coming in was that regardless of their experience level, they were passionate about doing good work. I heard that right away from the pit orchestra, who had spent weeks rehearsing on their own, learning all of the music. And we were in the door next to them, and the moment they started playing, I thought, wow, they've got it. They already know it. They just need to put this all together. So I think collaboration came out of that desire that all of them had to do their best work and do an excellent job.
There was not one untalented bone in any member of the cast or the tech or the pit. It was just totally everyone was at the peak of the high school ability from all of the schools. Yeah.
So we chose student leaders across the show. We had students set up in all of these areas with the idea we're going to allow them as much as possible to run this production.
Usually I tend to be in charge of a crew of 3 or 4 people working on one task, and we just move from task to task. And it's so much fun. I love being on the tech crew side of things.
Within our company as a whole, working with crew and set to make sure that we all are on the same color palettes and lights to make sure that all our costumes will look right on stage. And then working with cast is really important because we're doing their hair and their makeup and putting them in all the clothes they're going to be wearing. So we want to make sure that it looks the way we want to while still making the actors really comfortable.
I know that those student leaders made the show that much more successful, but also rewarding. For them and for the other students in the show.
It feels good to know that high schools have the ability to put on shows like this. The fact that we all came together and did this, I think really proves that there is a future in theater and doing this forever. And just to know that a high school level is can do this is super refreshing.
I think that there's a lot of different aspects of the value of it. One of the big things for students is that connection and that belonging. That's one of our district priorities. They had something to be a part of.
The relationships and the friendships from the show absolutely were my favorite part. Equal to me to putting on the performance in front of an audience, because it was so cool to be able to work with people from other schools.
I'm so excited to go to the other schools' shows, and I'm actually gonna know all of you.
I'm obviously so proud of the students for the hard work that they did. I'm proud of my colleagues for how they were able to collaborate and make this happen. Nothing happens by itself, so I'm proud of all of the adults that were involved in in making this real for the students.
We'd been planning it for so long and had so many things stop us, and here we were, and it was happening, and not only was it happening, but it was phenomenal, and it was such a triumph, and it was a triumph for those students to be performing to a packed house and have a standing ovation, and I just couldn't say enough about every single aspect of it.
That's really what I gathered from the show. Working with people on the cast and the crew and the pit that I didn't know, and directors and musical directors that I didn't know. It was just like, yeah, this is what I want to do.
I can do challenging things, I can get challenging roles, and I can do it. And that felt really good because I finally have a little bit more, I can do some things that feels a little bit better.
Because that's what it is at the end of the day, it's just a dream. But I feel like Mamma Mia gave a lot of hope to that dream.